Can you please tell me if there's something wrong with this? I mean, is there something wrong with this?
Hello, amazing humans. My name is Alumine. Welcome or welcome back to Just Keep Sending. Thank you for being here.
This is the third time I'm going to be redoing these nightstands. Third time. I'll check on the dates exactly, but I think the first time I did it was in June. And then I redid them into this in September, I believe, and they still haven't sold. And I have decided that I'm just gonna paint it one solid color and hope for it to sell.
As I have already spoiled for you in this video, I'm going to take you on a journey of the 3 makeovers I gave to this set of nightstands. This is also proof that with a heavy heart, sometimes it is okay to completely redo a project because it is not selling.
I never took legs so easy in my life. Look at this. Don't you love it when they don't glue it, they just screw it? This is the best.
This is how they used to look like. I don't have much footage of them because I gave the legs away to someone from my local Buy Nothing group when they posted about looking for some cute furniture legs. I got this set for free last winter and I never got to them. The front legs came out so easily, but the back ones were a nightmare. My OG design was trying to do the top and the first drawer stain, but that didn't work because the wood grain pattern on the first 2 drawers were completely different. I sanded and stained first with 2 coats of gray and then 2 coats of walnut gelsing. I combined with navy by Beyond Paint, that is, as far as bright blue goes, my favorite. I'll leave a short right here to show you what I do with this type of walls, that is removing the ornament and cleaning them, so maybe you can reuse them as well. And I'll also put the link on the description. A very quick eco-friendly tip here that might also be common sense: attaching the legs or bases at the end of your project makes you save on materials because there is no need to tape or protect them from paint. And as a side note, honestly, I never thought I was going to have to say this out loud on a video, but after seeing so many people on Instagram lately putting legs, taping or wrapping them, plastic or aluminum, and then painting, I really felt the need to do that. As you just saw, I also attached these black angle legs and lined the drop drawer only. There were no bites, not even one. A few weeks later, I took new pictures and released it. Still no bites. And asked a few colleagues for their opinion, and regardless that everyone loved the blue, they also agreed that maybe it's a hard-selling color. So I decided to first change the legs and change the color of the hardware and see what happens before doing something drastic like repainting. I ordered these band oak legs on Amazon, stained them to match the top, but they ended up a little bit too dark as brand new unfinished oak does not take the stain the same way as stripped, previously finished old oak. Let's pause for a second or two to watch this very satisfying stain process using the magic of a power drill. So I did have to sand down a little bit and restain the drawers to match the legs, and I added that detail in gold. I applied rub and buff over the black paint on the hardware and looked very, very antique. And I loved it, but not for this dresser in particular, so I ended up doing 2 coats of rub and buff with 24 hours in between. I attached everything and also painted the little black ornament in blue that I had on the side. This was August 26th, 3 months after the first one. On the first 24 hours, the listing got like 100 clicks, 2 messages, and felt, yes, this is it. Well, no, they sat there. I reduced the price 4 weeks after from $4.20 to $3.99, and even before redoing them, as I will show you now, I reduced it to $3.79. All of that led to this moment, November 2024, ready to face the music and dance.
It is time to face reality. Let's bring the other one.
After seeing how fast my green set sold, I'll link the video here in the screen. I said, let's paint it green, and that's it. Well, that's not what's going to happen here, you know? In my head, I wanted to keep it blue, otherwise I was going to have to change the liner as well, and I wanted to do something simple and fast. I hope that by now you know that there is no simple and fast in my world, so here we go.
Fun fact about these nightstands is that I did identify them, and then when I assemble them together, screw that identification on the drawers and all that, because they all fit separately, differently. Also, I really like these legs. I still don't know if I want to paint them the same color I'm gonna paint it, or I should leave them gray. I really like this gray. I don't want to change that.
I want to take a moment to appreciate all of you that have been commenting, liking, and watching my videos all the way to the end. That helps the growth of my channel so much and motivates me to keep on putting my dorky self out there for everyone to see and keep on sharing these videos where I hope it brings you something, whatever that is. Knowledge, joy, a wow moment, a product you didn't know about, a hack, or even just a smile. Again, thank you. This year has been so much to me, so thank you again. And if you're not subscribed yet, I'm not really sure what you're waiting for. I'm pretty fun. Well, I'm more fun in person, but this is all you get now.
Oh well, it is what it is, right? Let's do this one more time. I have decided to do something nuts, and I already tried it, so I'm just gonna show you on the other side. And nuts because these only will put more work for me. That's why it's nuts.
I wasn't liking that round ornament, so I removed the circle and chiseled out the curve. I hope it makes more sense as you see it. It was held by nails and some glue, but it came out pretty easily. I removed whatever was left there with the chisel as well. I measured to fill the hole. The only thing that I had available was this old MDF board that I think it was a 1/4 inch. And to be honest, I didn't mind using it because I was going to have to prime either way with a non-water-based primer that I had, so I was good with that. I did a wild thing. I used only one of those little bumps to measure to cut 8 of them. That could have gone so wrong. Sometimes these pieces are not 100% equal. Thankfully, it turned out pretty okay. There was 2 that they were off by a hair, but it wasn't a big deal. After dry fitting and gluing those little squares, I repeated that on the 8 of them. And I didn't stop there. I want you to know. I also did some filling on the sides as well because I felt like it probably needed a little bit more love. I decided to also fill the grooves because why not? So that's what I did. I used a combination of Bondo and regular wood filler, and then I finished with Bondo glazing putty. These also helped me to even out the corners of that MDF that I added that were, of course, square, and level everything so it looked like those grooves were never there. On a side note here, when I first started sanding this, I noticed all the particles were flying around everywhere, and regardless of my surf prep being attached to the dust extractor, I still stopped and I went to put a respirator because I noticed that it was way too much dust that wasn't being vacuumed out by the dust extractor. I was going to use a water-based paint, so I needed to seal that MDF and also all the bundle. And to do that, I cleaned up all the dust out of everywhere. I vacuumed first and then I cleaned it with a microfiber rag. As I was going to use a dark color, I used this red as a base for a primer because white was going to require a lot of paint, and also gray I don't feel is dark enough for dark colors. I was the one that redid this nightstand last time, so I wasn't really worried about adhesion. I was worried about the bundle bleeding through and the MDF that needed to be completely sealed. And also remember that primer helps seeing absolutely all your imperfections on the repairs that have been done and how your paint is going to look over it. A little fun fact about me, I will call myself lazy for doing what I'm doing now, that is spray painting the nightstands on the grass. But I don't know, I wasn't feeling like opening the tent, but the next day I had to open it because I had to spray paint the actual color. Using the cardboard, that was calculated because I did not tape. No idea how my brain works, because on the same day I spray painted the primer, I set up the spray tent to bring the nightstands inside to be able to start painting. So I am realizing this while I'm watching this video that I'm wearing the same clothes, so. Filter. Cups. But I already put a tiny bit of water inside. You can do this like this, or you can do it like this. I do it like this. And I don't hook the hose yet because the hose is heavy and is gonna tilt my thing. As I have given it away, I will be spray painting because it's faster regardless of all the cleaning necessary after spraying. And I always use this reusable filter that I love. It came in a pack of 8, and after I'm done filtering the paint, I just dump it in a bucket of water and I wash it once I'm done with the spraying, so I don't have to worry that it dries out. I love to find eco-friendly alternatives for everyday waste, and this was one of them, so I'll make sure I link it below for you to buy it whenever you run out of the paper ones. This paint is a little bit thick, so I need to water it down a little bit, and to do that I always add the water on the cup before filtering to make it easy to go through the stream. Let's drop this on my bucket of water. So now that point is made, let's fast forward so I can save you the torture of seeing the back of my head. After the first coat of paint was done, there was a lot of imperfections that were showing up, so I used bundle glazing putty for that. I did a total of 4 coats with sanding in between and finishing with a 2000 grit for a smooth feel on the very end. I know people don't like it, but I am a sucker for wood grain showing through the paint. I love it. And if it's dark, even more. It took me a little more than 2 days to get all this done, but mainly because of drying times and all that. I used a paint that did not require a top coat, so it was faster too, and weather was awesome at the beginning of November in Texas. I attempted to fill and replace the hardware only on the top drawer, but I didn't like it, so I ended up punching down the dowel with a hammer and reattaching the old ones. I bought the pieces inside to attach the legs and do final touch it. Going to recap on all the befores. The very original one, the way I picked them up. The first time I tried it with the blue and the black hardware. The second time I tried it with the gold hardware and the wooden legs. Stunning. That blue is stunning. And here's the final result. It technically was a lot of work, and my friends Anja and Andrea might have tried to talk me out of it a few times, more than a few, but I had to try. I'm not sure if I could have asked more money, maybe. I don't know. I know that there's a few sellers in my area that have higher prices for a set of nightstands, even more when these ones are oversized. But let me know what you think. Don't forget to check out the green ones I did. And if you want to see more transformations and maybe learn something along the way, I'll have a playlist at the end.
I filmed yesterday asking you about if you thought that this was gonna sell fast. And the microphone wasn't working like I always do, but this was the battery, it wasn't me that was messing up. I have a message today, they're coming to pick it up in 2 hours. So my question has been answered about if this was gonna sell fast or not. Third time was a charm. All right, thanks for watching, bye.